Hello everyone and welcome back to Nate the Hoof Guy. And as you can see here, we have got a cow that doesn't want to put any weight on this foot whatsoever. If we look close, we can see why. We've got some separation in that heel bulb that we need to deal with. And hopefully, by the end of this video, we'll get her putting full weight back on that foot once again. Now that we've got that foot picked up, we can get a better look at that separation. Now, let's get this trim underway and get her fixed up. Most of the time when we're dealing with heel bulb separation, it's going to start with a white line defect. In this case is no different. This hoof is particularly dry and hard. And that's oftentimes due to the bedding material and the different types of setups that are on these farms. This is a sand farm, which means sand has good drainage. It means there's not a lot of time when these cows are standing for that moisture to soak into that hoof. They've got nice dry beds. Therefore, the feet are going to be a little bit harder. And you can hear that with the grinder going across this hoof. It's a little bit harder. Throughout this trim, you're going to see me pick that grinder up several different times to thin out this hoof horn. And that's just because it is a little bit harder. It's a lot easier to cut with my knife when it's thinned down. This area I'm working on right now is the source of this problem. Even though we've got separation up in that heel bulb, it's this particular area where this problem started. I'm going to thin this area down, and then we're going to get that knife out and remove this separation. If this is your first hoof trimming video, this may not make a lot of sense to you. But what's going on right now is this cow had a white line defect, basically a crack in the white line. That's the junction of the sole of the foot, that outside wall. That crack allowed bacteria to get in. It's caused a problem with that corium underneath. The corium is what produces this hard outer layer. Now that that separation's there, we need to remove that and get that away from this area of corium that's been affected. And that's going to allow that corium to heal and start to produce horn again, new hard outer layer. And the key to this is removing any of the loose bits that are around that disrupted corium. If we don't do that, it will continue to abrade and keep that area open. So we're removing that so we can get that area to heal, and then ultimately she'll produce a brand new sole in place of this one that we've removed. The area I'm working on right now is where that disrupted corium is. The corium surrounding that is actually quite healthy. You might notice that it's a lot darker in color than you've seen in some of my other videos. There's nothing wrong with that. It's simply the pigmentation. Because of her breed, she's likely got some brown Swiss in her, that this is going to create a darker colored hoof, a darker pigmented hoof. Therefore, the corium is going to be pigmented as well. For the seasoned hoof trimming fan, the next step is pretty obvious. We got to prep this other claw and get that block applied. Now, if this is your first hoof trimming video, what we're doing here is we're getting this other claw nice and clean. And we're going to glue a rubber block to that claw. And what that's going to do is add some extra height to that claw and take all of the weight off of this injured one, and it'll transfer it to that other one when she walks. That way, this injured claw has time to heal, and she'll be more comfortable walking in the meantime. It's this area right here where that disrupted corium is. I've still got a little bit more work to do right along these edges here, but we're getting close. Get this area sprayed down really well, get her a salicylic acid wrap, and then we'll put that foot down and see if we've taken that discomfort away. Remember back to the beginning of this video where she didn't want to put any weight whatsoever on that left front foot? Well, now that we've got that other claw blocked, she's able to put full weight back on that foot, which is exactly what we want. Now, just got to let her go and see how she's walking. You're going to notice we're getting some snow in Wisconsin. It's that time of year. It's time that winter starts, and unfortunately for me, I don't like the cold or the winter. But that's what we're dealt. As always, guys, thanks for watching, and we will see you all on the next one.